Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Invite Only. This is episode 71? Question mark?
70, but 71.
Because we skipped an episode, but we're going to just move forward with 71. I don't know why they did it. Anyway, today we got another episode brought to you by the boys over here at Play Everything. I'm your host, Sean. We're going to get to the rest of them later. But this is Invite Only, your nerdy weekly news podcast. We talk about everything from gaming to movies to anime sometime, because I'm going to squeeze it in. If you missed the live show here now on twitch.tv/P Productions at 8 p.m. Now we switched the time up for you guys. So honestly for us, but for you guys too. 8 p.m. But if you're going to miss the live show, first of all, I don't know why you would do that, but you can catch it over on youtube.com/Play Everything. It's going to be posted at 10 a.m. and you guys can check it out there. Now, to the right of me, I have the one and only Compadres.
¿Qué pasa, everybody? What's going on? I missed it. I love you guys. I needed that.
Love you too, man.
How
you doing?
Doing good, man. Feel good. Getting those summer vibes, getting those kind of hot days right now. So it feels good. I feel like we're getting a little taste of summer. So I'm excited for it, man. Things are opening back up, go get vaccinated, all that stuff, so we can have a good summer.
Yes.
Get back to the old ways, man. Go back to the,
And to my left, I have Cheeks_Jr. As you see, he's sipping out of his cup.
What's going on, everybody? And real quick before I get into my shit, I want to give a huge shout out to DevilTube718 and James Hayes, both subscribing to twitch.tv/PE Productions. Great. We got DevilTube 4 month streak.
God damn.
Getting real close to that gold badge.
Hey, 6 more, and I'm going to get you the secret link to the OnlyFans.
Okay, it's true. 1 year, everybody's going to get OnlyFans link. Only that's 12 month subscribers get.
And it's Tambo.
It's going to be Tombo.
Yeah, he's going to be there.
Oh, he's going to be your cameraman?
Maybe. I don't know where this is going.
Got anything else you want to say? That's it?
Oh, yeah, that's it.
How you doing?
And then our fearless producers, Tombo and Adrian.
Oh, I was going to introduce them.
I feel you. That's how I was just
checking up on you. You doing good?
I'm
all right,
good.
we're skipping over you because the usually ready to do that. And we got a producer chair. We got Adrian. How you doing, bro?
How's it going?
It's good. How are you, though?
I'm good. It's going to be a good show. We got lots of news to talk about. As usual, I know you make that smile.
I like how you say the same thing every week. It makes me happy.
Week. Yeah,
I appreciate you.
Basic ass motherfucker.
Yeah.
We got more coming to you for the Play Everything store, though. All right, be on the lookout.
Stay tuned.
But what's up with you guys? You guys been playing anything new?
No.
Anything? I know some new games came out.
So I know I saw Cheeks playing Returnal.
Yeah,
I saw that. So I want to know his things for sure.
What's
surprised me.
How's you played it?
No.
Oh, you said surprised that I played it?
Yeah, I was surprised that you were online.
He said he was going to play it.
It's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't touched my PlayStation in a minute. It's valid. No, Returnal, one Housemarque game, Resogun, very twin stick shooter-ish. This is their first third person shooter that they've done. Returnal is a very interesting game. Basically, the concept of it is you crash land on this planet, and every time you die, you have to restart.
The whole game?
That sucks.
Whole game.
Is it a run?
Another game.
Is it a run?
No, so it
reminds me of like Demon Souls.
It's not. You're not completely wiped clean. Like you'll still have like, there are things that don't go away. Like if you get like a melee blade, right? This is early game stuff, right?
Okay.
You'll still have that, but you'll start with your pistol. Right.
So you'll have this blade and this pistol.
Well, no, I'm saying you start with nothing.
Great analysis.
And then you get a pistol, and then there are things that you'll get like a blade, like a melee blade.
Okay.
That if you die and start over again, you'll still have that blade.
Okay. So you don't really.
But it is like you are starting like you don't have any of your upgrades, you don't have any of your boosts.
You have to go through cutscenes every time you die?
No.
Oh, okay.
There's almost no cutscenes in this game.
Damn, that's kind of good.
I mean, I guess there is like I don't know. It's hit or miss. Sometimes there's like I think it's because I'm so early game that there's still like cutscenes when you die, but it is story. Like there are these little audio logs.
You was trying to lie to me just now.
Because you'll find her dead body everywhere because you're dying and then you're having to relive it over again.
Okay.
So you'll find audio logs throughout the world that's
Do you
being
see like your actual body?
Yeah, correct. You'll see her.
So the further you go, the more logs you'll find, kind of.
Correct, yeah, and it builds a story in a really interesting way where it doesn't stop you like Outsiders did every 5 seconds to show you story. It does it in a really interesting way throughout the world. So like you'll pick out these audio logs and you'll learn a little bit more. But like an audio log, you're still playing while you're like listening, essentially.
Yeah.
And you really don't know what the fuck's going on. And what's cool is every time you die, the world changes.
Like a Death Stranding type situation.
Kind of, yes. But here's the thing, like
Death Stranding. You never played that game.
there's the place you crash and you go through the door. Every time you go through that door after you die, it's completely different. It's a different section of the level. It's a different. Everything's completely reworked.
So they changed the level design and
Everything.
So it's not really rinse repeat. So you can, like, if you get a pattern to it, you can't just go like, blindly go in and do it. So.
I'm not saying it's auto-generated where it's like kind of computer-generated, different worlds, kind of like a No Man's Sky deal. No, it's like the map will be reworked essentially. So you'll see familiar levels, but they're all going to be completely mixed up with different enemy types and different things and different everything.
Yeah.
And it's really interesting and it's tough, man. That game's fucking hard. Because here's the thing: there's bosses. And the couple times I've died, I've entered a boss and I had very little health, and there's no health in the boss levels. So then you get booted out. No.
So how do you beat them?
You got to get good.
You kill them. No, they have health. I'm saying there's no health packs for you to pick up to get health.
Like if you die, you die.
So like you have to make sure you're like good, and you'll be familiar with what a boss like the entrance looks like, right? So eventually, because a couple times I was like, oh, this is just the next part of the level, right?
Yeah.
And then you go in and then it's fucking not. It's a boss and then you get, you're not ready, catches you off guard and you're fucked.
Yeah.
Now, but here's the thing, you get to the second boss, right? Finally, and you're like, oh, like I'm here. And then you fucking die, of course, the first time as always. And now you're all the way back at the start and you have to fucking go through the first, like,
so you have to rebeat all the bosses
essentially,
and stuff?
Yeah. So it's a fucking tough game to like master, and you're starting with level 1 guns again.
It's crazy. I mean, looking at, James Hayes says it's like a groundhog situation type game, which just sounds cool, sounds fun. But I mean, I saw people streaming it, and it looked cool just for the fact that it was like fast paced.
Yeah,
I like that too, right? I like the fact that you can kind of just, not just fast paced in general, or like, when you get into action, it's very cool. But like just in general, you walking around, running around, using your dashes. They look cool.
I saw some like zip lining type of situation. I've seen that.
Like it's very fast. So I was like, that's good. I mean, I've always enjoyed something that kind of gives me point A to point B, no filler. Just give me from where I need to go to the next.
No cutscene.
The biggest thing that I'm hearing, just in the world of like the news and like Twitter sphere, is everybody saying that there's no save points. So that sucks. So the fact that you could go on these hour-long runs and if you die, you die.
That's fucking awesome.
That sucks. No, from everything that I'm reading, it sucks. James Hayes, let me know if that's actually something that you want. It sucks. Because you're telling me in a 2-3 hour run, let's say you got to take a shit. You got to get the squirt out. I'm telling you. Do you like...
Well, you can pause it. You can pause it.
But then what if you got to like... It's an emergency. You got to like...
Pause it and go.
No, I'm talking about you got to go to ER. Like you just squirting out.
Pause it, shut down your PlayStation, go. You don't lose that. Like they're saved like where if you put it in like rest mode, you can pick up where you left off. But if you die, you're like...
This game sounds
wild.
like this is a Switch game. I forgot what it's called, like Knights of something or something like that, where essentially like the story is told by how many times you die. And every time you die, like you start with like essentially like from scratch. You can find new enemies, new weapons, and like kind of similar how you said like the map reworks itself. I don't know the name of it. It's on the Switch though, but from the sounds of it, I don't know if the story gets told from your deaths and you find those logs. That's how they tell the story. But in that game, the more you die, there's more story built onto that. So it's like the point of that game is almost to die so you can get the story and then beat the final boss.
And the thing is if you go on a 3-hour run, right, and you die, well, you now know things that you didn't know before in terms of not even just story, but in terms of like, oh, I got to do this better and I got to do this better. And it's like,
gameplay.
I like it because it doesn't really hold your hand. And like there are save points.
Oh, you're such a potato.
They're expensive because you have to like buy them with this I forgot what, ether. You have to buy them with ether. That's pretty hard to come by. Yeah. But you can say there are these things that you can have like save points with, but you only get it once. And you pretty much can never buy them twice because ether is hard to come by. But you can buy it, and then once you die, you go back to that point. You don't go all the way back to the beginning. But like I said, so there are save points. But it's a fucking tough game. It's fun to play, man. It's fast paced. It's I don't know, man. The way that they utilize the DualSense controller is very impressive. I feel like the last game I played like that.
Exclusive, so it does take advantage of those.
The last game I played like that was Spider-Man, and even then I feel like it was like just like kind of the trigger stuff. This, I don't know, the engineers that they had work on this game for the DualSense haptic feedback. It's phenomenal, man. Like, I missed it. I missed having that feedback on a controller that you don't get on a PC, and it's really awesome to play with. Now, I did have to get used to playing with a controller again, but man, this game, it just feels awesome. Housemarque is a developer that really nails gameplay in a way that, and honestly, with the way that they're doing the story, I'm intrigued, and I think it's really good. I think it's a solid story.
That's good. You gonna stay in it?
Yeah, I think so. Now, it is one of those games where it's like kind of like, fuck, do I want to do this, 2 hours just to die and start over again? But that's the game.
Yeah,
like,
I think that's what Compa was getting at. Like, it almost feels like pointless.
Yeah, but that is the game, though. And I think the gameplay is fun enough to be able to keep people there.
I mean, yeah.
Because it's like arcadey.
That's exactly what James is saying. Jamie Hayes is that it's very arcadey, and it's gameplay is king. So if you're having fun, I wouldn't mind dying. I mean, the only thing that just reminds me of Bloodborne. Bloodborne was always that sketchy ass game where, again, if you die, you lose all your souls, so you have to like go back and do it all again, rinse and repeat. That sucked because if you're far into the game, you can't save. Fuck that, dude. I'm gonna play that game like so soft. Like I'm gonna make sure I don't die. Make sure who's creeping over there. What am I doing? But I mean, it fits that play style for a lot of people. For me, who likes action, I mean, I might get into it. Who knows? So I'm gonna see.
You know what's interesting? You don't hear the conversation going on that you heard with like Dark Souls and Bloodborne.
I am. I mean, that's the thing. That's why I brought it up. I'm hearing that people are like getting discouraged to play the game because of how much runs are going and they lose.
But you remember the outrage at the difficulty of those games? Like, I remember a whole thing like, this shouldn't be difficult, and you should make this game easy for people who want to play it on easy. Yeah. It's just interesting to me that this game's not getting that, which I thought was a dumb argument in the first place, because like there are other things that you can play, and if genuinely you're not good at Returnal and like did
you play those games? I mean, did you play Demon Souls or Bloodborne to kind of compare to those things?
No, because I'm not really into that, and I wouldn't be good at it, and it would be a waste of money for me.
So you don't even know the struggle.
No, yeah, and that's fine. I'm okay with that, but that's the thing. The people who are like, "Oh, you need to make this game easier. There needs to be an easy setting." It's like, go fuck yourself.
But that's the thing. I think it's because arcade is king. I mean, gameplay is king. It's fun. Like even though you're losing, you're having fun. Bloodborne's not that, and Demon Souls was not like that. You die, you'd be like, "Fuck this game."
Yeah.
This game over here, I feel like Returnal is more like, hey, I died. I can just run it back. It's fun.
If you want a fucking Call of Duty, you can go fucking play a Call of Duty. If you want like an Assassin's Creed, you can go play Assassin's Creed. So like that's not what these games are.
Technical timeout.
Timeout.
So now you're down talking Call of Duty.
Why you gotta talk shit about Call of Duty?
It's not down talking. It's a different game.
What did Call of Duty do to you?
It's a game where you can jump in, you can play, and if you die, you get right back to your spawn point. It can hold your hand. You can go on easy, and you can get through it real easy.
Okay. I see what your point.
Right?
I see what your point.
Like
getting at.
every game's like that. So like it's cool to see a game like this come in and kind of be like, no, we're kind of sticking with the formula that we have, and it tells you in the beginning this game is meant to be tough.
I think you don't know what a tough game is.
I mean, I feel like those who want the challenge.
Sir, have you beaten Cuphead? Because I have.
Okay, then you do know what a tough game is. You had to just say Cuphead. I played Cuphead. Cuphead is a fucking game.
What about you, Compo? You been playing anything new, or are you kind of just chilling?
Yeah, I got into finally. I got in with the one and only over there, Tambo Vlogs. I got into a couple matches with them in Warzone. It was me, Jay Kills, El Rojo. We got into squads. We had some good games. We had a good session actually. Like we were getting like some 30+ kill games. It was actually really fun. So when the whole squad was there, that was a good night. But I got into Apex, and let me tell you about Apex, bro. This shit's wild. It's third party galore.
Too much. It's always
third party galore.
It's
Apex
lit.
is fun. It's a lot different. I was just definitely in there because all I did was Lifeline. Level 3.
Safe.
I love that girl. She's fucking dope.
Real safe.
She was there, and then I tried to do Wraith, and I tried to do who else? Bangalore, right? That's the name.
She's a character. Yeah.
Yeah, she's in there.
Those are the 3 characters that I kind of dabbled into a little bit, and it's just so different. Like going into a different battle royale for a different developer and everything. Like it's like going iPhone, Android. Like it does the same thing, but I'm just so fucking lost. I'm just like, what the fuck is going on? Like I know I'm supposed to shoot and kill people. And I can't even get into ranked matches because like my buddy that I was playing with, like he's so high ranked, and I just like I'm at the bottom because I never played ranked.
Oh yeah, so like you can't even play.
We can't even play.
Yeah.
So we did free play, and then he's like free play's ass. Like it was even fun.
Yeah,
But from what I can tell you right now is that Apex is definitely a lot different from Warzone, and it's still fun. Like it's still a different game as far as like it's not so much shooter. Giving the element of other like skill sets and stuff like that, specials, abilities, and all that stuff. It definitely adds another element to a battle royale game that I missed. Warzone is very boots to the ground, shoot, boom, push, whatever. Apex was just definitely that other skill set, like just made it more fun. Seeing all those different abilities, changing it up, doing all that.
I like how you said it made it more fun because Apex is more fun. The new
is.
season drops tomorrow.
Tomorrow?
Yeah, and they're gonna have that new arena mode.
Crossbow?
Crossbow?
And the crossbow comes
That's
out.
tomorrow.
Yep. Tomorrow they're gonna have that new arena mode.
I'm off
so
tomorrow, baby. I'm in there. All
they're
right.
kind of taking it to like a I thought this was interesting. The arena mode kind of is like, what's the name of that game? Rogue, where it's kind of like you start the game, you have to spend money on resources, and you jump into like a 3v3 type of game mode, and then you guys duke it out. And it's like simply like a mini-made map. I think I talked about it last week for you guys. A smaller map so you guys can have more engagement, but there's no resources on the ground, so you have to literally like craft like your abilities, your ultimate, the weapons you have, the ammo you carry. It's going to be a little more strategic. I think it's a great mode. It's definitely going to change the way people play Apex.
I can't wait for this mode.
That was all. It's definitely going to make people a lot better really quick.
I forgot about that. My bad. I didn't mean to cut you off, but that was all new to me too. Like the way you craft, you could go to different locations and build it. The cool thing about Apex is that the map rotates, so you're not getting the same map every time, so it's always new. That's the one thing I love.
Yeah, you like more maps, don't you?
Absolutely.
Warzone players
We got a new map. You got a new map. Remember last week you were talking about how it was a brand new map.
Yeah, but this has 3. And it rotates.
But you just loved how good the map was.
Didn't I just say Apex is more fun? Didn't I just say Apex was more fun? Come on. What are you gonna do? People's minds change, right?
Well, I'm here for it. I'm a Call of Duty stan. I'm not flip flop like Comp Andreas.
So
but
I'm just saying,
I was just saying that you were so excited about the
Warzone.
map last week, about how new it was and exciting that they changed Damn.
Shut the hell up. You guys are going too far.
Well, I mean, guys, I haven't really been playing much. I know no one asked me yet, but I'm gonna start talking about
What did you play, bro?
I haven't been
What have
playing
you
much.
done?
Thank you for asking me, though.
What have you been doing?
Not really playing much of anything, honestly. Just been plotting and scheming on a couple things.
Okay.
I have touched Apex, but not seriously. I'm kind of just really just messing around.
Yeah.
Waiting for the new season to drop to play the new game modes I just talked to you guys about. But I got a game I got my eye on, and next time I get this check from my actual day job, I'm gonna have to cash out on it.
What game is it?
Nier Replicant.
The fuck is that?
You guys never heard of the Nier series at all?
I think I heard of it. Yeah.
You guys have heard of the Nier series, right? So I've
rings a bell.
heard about it. I've seen some gameplay. It looked really good. Wasn't interested enough to really get the game, but recently a lot of my friends in the circle talk about this game. Like, you got this, like you cop that. I play this. And they're not even talking about it like a lot, but like it's one of those games people speak of, like, oh, we're playing Apex, and then like, oh, have you played Nier yet? Like, it's kind of like that. So I'm like, okay, Nier. Seen Nier Automata, which dropped, I think, maybe 1 or 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Phenomenal game, really good. So this game, Replicant, is supposed to be a prequel to that game.
Okay.
But this game was also released over in Japan first. So the interesting part about this, though, it's not a remake.
Okay.
And it's not a remaster. All right. The developer, Toro Yako, something like that. He says this is a reversion, like it's a different version of the same game. So there's a lot of things they've upgraded, there's a lot of things they've changed in the game, but it's essentially still the same game, but an upgrade. That's why it's Replicant version 1.22.
So it's like Kingdom Hearts 1.5. Got it.
Sorta. And I'm interested because like all the points I just said and like looking at the gameplay, it looks like there's a lot shit going on. Like there's a lot going on. It looks like Returnals or Apex, a lot of action.
Okay.
So I'm here for the action. And it's just how crazy how far this game is. And I was looking into it because I'm not a story guy, but like if I play this game, I'm here for the story. So I had to look into the story a little bit. And this game was actually a spin-off of another game.
A spin-off of another game. It's like spin-off of another game.
Kingdom Hearts, goddamn.
I'm
A spin-off of another game,
bro.
Drakengard.
You're confusing me, guy.
All right, Drakengard.
Drake and Josh?
PS2 title.
Yeah.
Not Drake and Josh. Drakengard.
I heard about that show.
PS2 title. All right. This game, made by the same developers, is a game that had alternate endings. And so there's three games in this franchise. And they all have alternate endings. And Nier Replicant or the Nier series is a spin-off of one of those endings. So it's a lot going into how it started. And I'm interested. Small, research tips. Apparently, in Drakengard, there was this dragon.
Dragon Josh, yeah.
All right. I'm sum it up for you guys so you don't have to play these games. In Drakengard, there was this dragon creature that was teleported to Tokyo and then was killed by one of the protagonists in Drakengard. But what happened after that was everyone got sick from the dragon. Like, I guess the dead body, the corpse spawned a disease, which pretty much almost wiped out humanity, and they had to find some way to fight back. Being PAL, then you have robots fighting. Here we are with Nier. So it's deep, and I'm really interested to really get into it because I'm not really a story guy, but this game supposedly, it's catching eyes. So I'm gonna see what they're looking at.
Who's being PAL?
Being PAL is the action.
Oh.
Yeah, because it's a lot of action. No. Bing Pao's not a character.
It sounds like a character.
No, it doesn't.
I'm gonna let you know right now. I am Confucian, but you're playing it, bro. Sounds like you're having fun.
I'm gonna hop in it. I'm gonna let y'all know about it. All right. I'm gonna drop the money so you guys don't, and I'm gonna let you guys know if it's worth your money. But with that being said, let's get into some news.
News.
Damn it, you stole it from me.
You can say it too.
Yeah, I thought you were just hop in with it. Damn.
Nah, I was late too.
Let's bring it. We're going to talk about news now.
News.
Oh, you piece of shit.
All right, guys. The Last of Us Part 3 has a plot, all right? But it's not being made yet, says Neil Druckmann. Naughty Dog has written an outline but isn't making the sequel right now. Creative director Neil Druckmann says it hopes it can one day see the light of day. Druckmann says there's been quite a bit of discussion internally about Part 3, but now not how much work is involved in making the game like this is a reality. These games take so much time, says Druckmann. Part 2, Last of Us 2, I've been thinking about it for 7 years between when the last game came out and when this game came out. You want to make your jazz. You want to make sure you're jazzed, but the idea that you have, that it feels like it's challenging. We've now had 2 games that I feel speak to something universal as well as something as telling a very personal story or these characters. With one game, there's no pattern of a franchise. I can't read. With one game, there's no pattern of what a franchise is. With 2 games, now there's starting to be a pattern. Now I feel like there's some structural and thematic themes you'd have to stick to if you're making a 3rd game. Are you guys asking for Last of Us 2 right now? I've never played Last of Us. I know both of you have. Apparently, it won all the fucking awards. I don't know how I did it, but
absolutely, BAFTA won all the awards.
Play it, you'll understand.
It won Game of the Years, from multiple sites and multiple, things. So
I know, but it's everyone says it's hard to follow up,
So here's
in
the
a
thing.
sequel, and they did that, I guess, successfully.
they followed it, slam dunked it, and all that stuff. So here's the thing:
Should they stop,
This
though?
is just an outline. So this is just them ideas on the ground, kind of doing exactly what Neil Druckmann is saying how what's the theme, what's the general direction, things like that. And he even set this up. It took 7 years from the first one to the second one.
Yeah.
So if by that point, another 7 years, we're not going to get this other game not until 2025 or some shit. So.
No, I mean, they're gonna marinate on it. I'm not saying that, but I'm saying is that something based off of how Last of Us 2 ended. Are you wanting another one, or do you just want it to kind of end right there? I spoiled it for myself. I know some of the main characters from the first game, did their thing, kind of had their own kind of story being told in the second game. So it's like,
well, I mean, again,
You asking for
talking
more?
about themes. I mean, the first theme was, it's really kind of going back to the game about survival, hope and all that stuff, building trust and a father-daughter type thing. And then obviously the second one is more revenge. It's just crazy. What happened?
that's crazy.
No, it's just the fact that it is a different theme from the first and the second one. So going to the third one, it's going to be different. So
Do you want different though? Do you want different, or do you want it to be more or less
I mean,
the same?
the
You know what I'm
first,
saying?
it is The Last of Us, but the first genre, the first game is definitely different from as far as theme wise. So I trust Naughty Dog, man. That's the thing. I trust them. So they could go ahead and
They
make a
created
freaking do all kinds of crazy stuff with number 3. And as long as they have the same characters, I would be upset if they go more Abby. Cheeks, if you agree with me, I don't know. If they make a story about Abby and her role in trying to find a cure, find an actual cure of the actual disease, whatever. I don't know if they can stick with Ellie and more of her redemption arc maybe or something like that. She finally found her past and she confronted it. She forgave whatever, and now she kind of live on with her life. There's so many ways that you could go about this.
Go ahead.
I I'm happy with where they left it.
Yes.
I was happy where they left it with the first one.
Mm-hmm.
So, like Andreas said, Naughty Dog. Honestly, I trust them. If they feel like they have a story to tell with it, I'm here for it. It does make me nervous because they did some things in The Last of Us 2 where I was like,
Exactly.
like
What was the part? Tell me.
not
Tell
even
me.
like like
a
I'm upset
masterpiece.
by it, but like when it was happening, you weren't sure. It's like a finger in the asshole. You weren't sure you're liking it until it's in. You know what I mean? And
Did you like
that?
it?
That's The Last of Us 2.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Like a finger in the asshole.
So I completely can trust them with it. I would be interested to see if they would do like an Abby spin-off essentially, but not even, because they're so intertwined at this point from Last of Us 2 that it wouldn't even really be a spin-off.
I feel like that's what Joker was getting at, like, because now it's like a pattern you're expecting now because of what the story has been.
Yeah.
So if the alternate is a new IP from Naughty Dog, would you want that, or you know what I mean?
I'd go with new IP. Like if I was to choose, out of the two, I would go new IP, because I really did. And the more I want to go back and play it again. Last of Us 2 sat with me really well, and I was really satisfied where they left it and the storytelling that they did with it. I would like to see them do something new, but if they feel like Last of Us 3 outweighs everything in terms of the story that they want to tell compared to like a new IP, because Naughty Dog's not a developer that would just do quick cash, right? Yeah. So if they wanted to move on, then move on. They don't give a fuck, because they can easily cash in on Last of Us 3 and win a bunch more awards. But I mean that's kind of where I just fall down on it. Like I would rather them see a new IP, but I wouldn't be mad if they decided they wanted to do a number.
I'm sure you wouldn't be mad because you like the game, but with the game, would it live up to your expectations? And now the expectations you have, of course, would be low. But like you've already fallen in love with some of these characters. Like you've seen some of these things happen. You're already like,
It's playing with fire.
Here's the crazy part.
It definitely is playing with fire, but there's the thing where it's a risk reward thing, and I feel like Neil Druckmann is such a great storyteller that if he feels like he wants to play with that fire, I trust him to play with that fire.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, just kind of like to the point where like Last of Us 1 ended so beautifully that we didn't need a number 2. If they wanted to leave that alone, it would still like it's a game of its own, a generational game. Like you could play that game 10 years from now, it's going to get the same impact that it had the first time. Like. And then The Last of Us 2, granted, we didn't need this story, but they told it. They took that gamble. How do we make this game richer, deeper, kind of like expand it? They took the gamble and it paid off. Now that they know they could do it, again, have it in the back burner. Don't be those games where it's like they need to pump it out like right away. Marinate it, like you said, deal with it, kind of make sure you get the story right. They took their time with The Last of Us 2, so I can see them taking their time with Last of Us 3. And again, we don't need a Last of Us 3, but I know if they do it, we're in good hands.
Last of Us 2, man.
What game has a third title like in the sequel that's fire? Like I feel like games usually fall apart around the third. Like
Uncharted 3.
Well, guess what?
Uncharted
they made
3
a
was
4
fire?
after.
Yeah.
They made a 4 after though.
And 4 was bad.
No, 4 was good.
No, all of the Uncharted games are good. But the thing is like the idea of a trilogy is that after the trilogy, it's done, right? So how can you kind of cap off?
That's the thing. Last of Us was never supposed to be a sequel.
Exactly.
Last of Us was never supposed to be a trilogy.
That's what I'm saying. Exactly.
But that's the thing is like if he feels like he's got a story to tell, I'm all for it and I'm ready to hear it.
Can't wait
because
for it.
dude, the way my emotions playing through Last of Us 2 with being like, fuck this, I don't like where this is going.
Yeah.
And then coming around and being like, wow, the way that they told the story of revenge, like that, to me, that's what boils down The Last of Us 2 is revenge. And what revenge does and how it tears you apart and the rippling butterfly effect that it has on your life.
Yeah.
It is a piece of art. Like, it is a beautiful story to be told.
You get punched right in the gooch in the beginning, and it just hurts.
It's characters that you
It
love.
That, huh?
It's
Felt
characters
that.
you love.
Dude, you fucking go down with them.
But legitimately,
hurts.
the way that they play with the storyline of revenge, it's phenomenal. Like, that's all I can really say about it.
Has Uncharted, like a game in Uncharted, I've never played Uncharted. So, work with me here. For those who have, right? You guys have played it, right? I'm hoping.
Yeah, I can't believe you haven't played
Uncharted. Whatever. Kiss my ass. My question is, did the Uncharted series, like, did they set themselves up for a sequel with the story? Like, was the story, like, on a cliffhanger, like, oh, right.
Never cliffhanger ending. Never had
But I don't think, has The Last of Us do the same?
It's like Indiana Jones. Like, Indiana Jones didn't have a cliffhanger ending, but
You
it
know
was
they
a
give you a
franchise
second
where
one.
it was like, yeah, this is
gonna
a
happen again.
franchise. Yeah.
Yeah.
And Uncharted and The Last of Us are so different.
That's what I'm saying. I feel like with the game like Last of Us, like they haven't set up that trilogy, and now they're kind of going as they honestly kind of like play by play, right?
Yeah, correct.
And Last of Us 2 worked out. Last of Us 3, is that where it breaks down, or is it just where
They earned
pull
a
another
Last.
miracle
If they want to do a
Hail
Last
Mary?
of Us 3,
They
they
got the green
earned
light.
it with
They got a green
number
light.
2.
Of course they earned it.
No,
I'm
but I'm saying it's the same thought. It wasn't set up to have a sequel. Like the way
you're
they
saying
ended
ready
The
for-
Last of Us
okay.
1 was such a closed, like
Beautiful.
This is like perfect. You can
It was.
it leaves you wanting more, and there could definitely be something more, obviously, but like it wraps it up so well. Much like Game of Thrones season 8, episode 3.
I fucking hate you for that.
But instead of fucking it up at the end, they made it even something greater with a lot more weight behind it. And that's Last of Us. And if they want to do a 3, I'm fucking for it. And they could fuck it up, but when has Naughty Dog fucked up a game?
I mean, that's the thing. I mean, they
points.
thought
Naughty
Uncharted
Dog
4
hasn't fucked up a game.
They thought Uncharted
Ever.
4. I mean, I was kind of scared with Uncharted 4. I was like, oh damn, they're going past the trilogy. They're gonna do Uncharted 4, and they called it A Thief's End. I mean, they tied the knot with the Thief's End, and obviously, spoiler alert, obviously with the ending, the credits, and the family that he has. So they could easily do later down the road his daughter or something, have a game off that.
Like
Call
a
it something
spin-off?
else.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying is Naughty Dog has never fucked up a game. Like, never. And they've always had bangers. So I really don't, I'm
I
good
feel
with
like it's
whatever they do.
expectations like that. Then when you get a game that's not where it's at, or you know what I mean, falls slightly below, is when everyone's kind of like, this game is.
I agree with
ass,
you.
this game
Everybody
is
but Naughty
trash.
Dog. Everybody but Naughty Dog.
Yeah,
like
but
everybody
counterculture-
but Naughty Dog would fall short eventually. And it's straight up
true.
from Crash 1 all the way to Last of Us 2. Like they've had nothing but
Bangers.
solid like games.
This is a real fan right here.
No,
This is
it's-
someone who believes
It's
in
just
his investments.
It's just facts.
in
Like
Naughty Dog.
I don't think they've ever missed.
And that's the worst part. I mean, that's not the worst part. The best part is too, because of Naughty Dog. If hey, I got a new IP, oh, I'm in there.
Dude, Naughty
I'm
Dog
in
did
there.
a kart racer.
I'm in there.
And they
Fire.
nailed it. It's one of the like most beloved like racer games on the PS2 of all time, Jack X Racing.
Yeah. Okay.
Like
Jack X Combat Racing?
yeah, that's the
That
thing.
is one of my favorite
Dude,
kart racing
and-
games. They
Yeah,
made
Adrian
that.
talked
and
about
that's
it. You
one
know
of,
it's good.
and
Yeah,
that's
Jack
one of
and
the
Daxter, they're the
responses you
ones,
get
yeah.
every time. And
But-
people go, "Oh, that was Naughty Dog, Naughty Dog." Yeah, that was Naughty Dog.
That
Like,
was Naughty Dog? No
they did
way.
2 kart racers, but yes, that's
Jack
one of the
X
ones.
was
That's the responses.
That was my shit. I love that game.
They also did Crash Team Racing. Let's never forget. You know
All
what I mean?
right. Okay. All right. All right, guy.
Wow.
Well, I'm sure Naughty Dog. I can't talk today, guys. Naughty Dog not gonna miss. I don't know if the second game or the third game.
Hold on.
is-
Sorry, I know you're in the middle of transition.
oh,
Devil
what's
Tube
up?
said
Ooh.
something stupid in the chat.
What do you
He
say?
said, "Hot take: Naughty Dog games do not play well. They make excellent games, but not fun to play." What the fuck are you
he
saying?
corrected himself. He said when I say fun, I don't actually mean fun. I mean tight controls.
Naughty Dog, they do
I
have
needed
tight
you to
controls.
elaborate on that one, Devil Tube, because I don't know what the fuck you're saying.
I don't think I've ever really.
Tight controls. I mean, is that like the sticks? Like I am Confucian.
Dude, no.
Maybe
It's,
like just the fact like they just like added like a jump into Last of Us.
dude,
2.
Last of Us 2 played really fucking well. All their gameplay on their games. Also, what do you mean fun game if it doesn't play well? That's a video game. But no, all Naughty Dog games play fucking phenomenal. Like at least to me. Again, this is all opinions, but I think you're insane.
yeah. I don't. It's tight, dude. It's tight. Just change the sensitivity, dude. You're good. You're fine. You'll be good after that. Devil
That's
Tube.
your
Talking
warning.
about the controls.
You get one. Another outburst from you, Devil Tube. That's a ban. You know what I mean?
Damba will go ahead and time out you for 600 minutes.
James Hayes like, yeah, you tripping, Devil Tube.
That's all funny.
You tripping, bro. I never played a Naughty Dog game, so I can't even. say
You're
if
missing
tripping
out,
or
dog.
not. I might be, but I'm not looking like.
No,
Devil
not
Tube
that you
right
might
now.
be. You fucking are. There's
right.
no like I might be. No, you're missing out on some game of the year games. It's cool though. Don't worry about it. I don't like to play. I don't like to have fun either.
I'm gonna play it. I'm gonna play it one
No,
day.
you're not.
No, you're not.
Whatever, guys.
Sorry, I fucked
But-
up your transition. I just had to address that because I
It's
don't
all good.
accept blasphemy.
It's all good. Sony is starting to make moves. About time, I think it was maybe like 2-3 weeks ago. I was like, yo, I'm thinking about getting an Xbox because the party over where the Xbox is. But Sony is starting to pick up titles and people around the globe to make new games. All right. Sony picks up a multiplayer game from the Bungie veterans. They're picking up Firewalk Studios. It'll publish their first game, Firewalk Studios, whose founder previously worked on Destiny. Firewalk is under the umbrella of Probably Monsters, which builds sustainable game studios through a people's first culture. I'm not sure if that means they're receptive to the people that play the game. That's what it sounds like.
No, it's no crunch. Like
No crunch.
less crunch, more like developer focused.
Okay. The studio was formed in 2018. Whose general manager and senior vice president at Destiny was at Activision. Game director Ryan Ely is going to be the creative director, or he was the creative director for Bungie, and executive producer Elena Siegman, who worked on Guitar Hero 2 and BioShock Infinite, as well as Destiny. The other team members on the Firewalk Studio staff also worked on the likes of Call of Duty, Apex, and Mass Effect, Halo, games like that. We talked last month, right? Sony signed the deal with Haven Studios, which took on the veteran Jade Raymond, who worked on the Assassin's Creed titles.
Here.
So they're in the process of a lot of things. Jim Ryan said in their interview today that the company has been quietly but steadily investing in high-quality games for PlayStation and will make sure that the PS5 generation will have more dedicated software than ever before. All right, is this... I feel like you said, with the DualSense controller, I feel like what PS5 needs to capitalize is that right there. They need to take advantage of not only the software, like they need more games for sure, but they need to make it feel like this is the only place you can have this experience. We haven't gotten really anything on the PS5 since like the last, maybe like you said, Spider-Man, Godfall. I don't even know if like
every game that's come out on PlayStation. I mean, aside from like Godfall, but like their pillars
Astro
is like this is like PlayStation. Like PlayStation games feel like PlayStation games.
Yeah.
And I know you've been saying for a while that PlayStation's not making moves, blah blah blah. Xbox making all the moves.
Yeah, exactly. I mean,
which is not true at all. And this is, again, it's piece by piece. PlayStation doesn't kind of throw it all up in front like that. Their answer to like a Bethesda acquisition is going to be like this, right? They've been missing a first-person shooter key franchise exclusive game for a while. Like Killzone, they tried it with Killzone.
They didn't work out. I
love Killzone, but it just doesn't have the commercial success that like something like a Destiny or Bungie has, right? Mm-hmm. This is one of their missing puzzle pieces, right? So once this game comes out, and let's say it does well, the studio's bought. Jade Raymond Studio, that game comes out, does well, it's bought. Housemark is going to be bought by Sony.
Probably.
With Returnal, because the amount of praise that it has. Yeah. So right there, they have 3 solid developers with all new IPs, all new games, all veterans, all beloved people in the industry. That's their answer to fucking Bethesda. But they're smart because they want to see how it plays out first before they just throw their money at it.
And that's the difference between, I guess, Xbox and that, because Xbox would just throw money at it without people actually having created anything before.
Yeah, they'll just build a studio, they'll buy a studio that's game's not technically out yet.
Exactly. I mean, and that's why, that's, again, Sony's strategy, Sony marketing. Like, they'll test the waters first before go ahead and be like, bam, money on that. Like, it's smart. I mean, you build a trust. I mean, think of it this way. They got Resogun under their belt. They got Returnal now. And so Sony gets bottom out. Guess what? The next game, hey, but the makers of this game. Oh, that game was fun. Cool. Boom.
Yeah. I think what Mikey was trying to say, like, you want these PlayStation titles to feel like a PlayStation game. I think that's what Sony's trying to build. Like, they're trying to make, like, the feeling of playing a PlayStation shouldn't feel like, any other console or game. It should be a different experience. And I think that's where they're heading towards. And I think that's a good observation with the key piece on the shooters.
Yeah.
I couldn't think of any, like, first party shooter from Sony.
Killzone. I
remember Destiny at one point had, like, exclusive content for, like, PlayStation themselves, but Killzone. Who plays Killzone?
I do. A fucking great franchise. And it's going to come back. Guerrilla has a second team. Let's not forget. So they might have 2 first-person shooter, like, key franchise. Oh, because think about it. If Guerrilla reinvents Killzone, that could be another one where it's like fucking they reinvent the wheel.
I've been playing games a long time, Mikey, and I've never heard anyone as excited about Killzone as you are. And you're not even really good at shooter games, so it makes me nervous about the game.
No, he's not. Scary. You're scary.
You gonna listen to the guy who hasn't played Uncharted?
Actually,
what does that have to do?
I'm in the middle of all this shit now. I don't know.
Come on, choose a side.
What are you talking about?
Because at the same time,
you're over here doubting things.
I want to
believe
you, Cheeks, but I want to believe you, Flowers.
Or The Last of Us.
I'm doubting your judgment in shooters. That's what
I'm doubting your judgment in games. You haven't played The Last of Us.
I'm just not a story player. I don't like the story-based games. I've said this.
So the thing about Cheeks is that he's not good in shooters, but guess what? He plays them. You, on the other hand,
I want the experience.
Sir, don't play it. And that's frightens me, bro.
You saying I don't appreciate good gameplay? I do.
You sound like Devil Tube.
Sure.
Shut up.
You're a potato. I'm sure good gameplay to you is it's not, you know what I mean? Not good gameplay to me. That's all I'm saying.
So Apex is the only good gameplay
No, that's not the only game I play. That's just my favorite game.
that you only play.
That he only plays.
That I play the most. God, why are they coming at me like this, guys?
You started it.
I don't know why they coming at me.
You started
I
it.
don't know,
Don't sit here and cry wolf like you're some victim here. When you poke the bear, and when you poke the bear,
didn't
he's
do
gonna come
anything.
for his honey.
I didn't do anything.
I just
man.
know that you poked the bear.
So are you on his side?
I don't know whose side to be on right now.
crazy. That's crazy. But you just chose.
I don't pick, dude. I don't pick sides.
That's crazy.
If I pick sides, I'm always on the winning
Good.
one.
Everybody loves this fence sitter.
I said I'm on the
Boo
winning
this
side.
man.
Don't turn this
Boo.
on me now. Fuck you. Next piece of news.
Next piece of news. Keeping on the Sony, invest in, secret moves. Sony is working to integrate Discord into PlayStation consoles. This is fire. PlayStation is now partnering with Discord, the popular online communication service, with the promise to bring the Discord and PlayStation experiences closer together on console and mobile starting early next year. Details on what that could actually entail are slim, and Sony's announcement just says that the two companies are hard at work connecting Discord with your social and gaming experience on PlayStation Network, whether that means the full-fledged Discord app on PlayStation or a limited integration like connecting PSN and Discord accounts to more easily chat with friends off the platform has yet to be announced. And this, to me, makes so much sense for Sony because Sony's had like communities, which is kind of like a Discord server more or less, but
They got rid of them.
they got rid of them though. And I'm sure this is why. And Discord, they were in talks of being bought out by Microsoft, but
$10 billion, I think.
and then that
Some
vanished,
ridiculous
and that
number.
conversation stopped, and here we are, and now they're working with Sony.
Makes sense though.
Sony? All right, Sony. That's all I got to say. All right, you got me back in the corner. I'm not getting the Xbox anymore. That's all I'm saying.
No, you were never gonna get the
You were
Xbox.
never gonna
You're
get
a
it.
fucking fair weather fan in terms
I was
of
going to
like,
get the Game Pass.
like, and I get it.
On PC.
Xbox, I'm excited to play Halo, but I'm gonna play it on my PC because they allow me to play it on my PC. I don't need an Xbox.
Yeah.
I need a PlayStation to play fucking games.
I feel like
that
PlayStation
only
is
are
doing
on
a good
PlayStation.
job investing in these new IPs to take them into the next generation because I feel like Xbox, what's carrying them are those titles they already had. Your Halo, now your Fallout, now, right?
They're investing in
Yeah.
it too, but like not like
Sony.
to your point, not like Sony is.
Yeah.
Which is phenomenal. This is
I like
all I've
that.
been asking for. Discord on consoles is all I've been asking for like the last 2 years.
Yeah.
This gives me
You know,
Go ahead,
better.
sorry.
No, sorry. I have a perfect kind of reason why this would be amazing for me and anybody who has like PlayStation and everybody else who has like a PC, right?
Tell me.
With PC, you guys have your Discord off the bat already. Boom, easy.
Get ready to go.
It's just on your
lot.
PC. No, nothing else to do. Maybe just a little bit of setting changing. So for me, the other day, right, I'm trying to play Apex with my buddy, and he's on PC. I'm on PlayStation. How do we? He doesn't like the in-game chat for him. He's like it's ass. Like it just doesn't work well at all.
It is fucked.
And obviously, when you do in-game chat, like you don't get the Discord and you don't get the other stuff. Like it just doesn't work well when you do in-game chat and you don't get Discord. So the solution to this was he had Discord. I have Discord on my phone, obviously, right? So the way I had to do it is
Oh,
kind of
God.
stupid, right? I had to get a Bluetooth headset connected to my phone, and obviously I had that in my ear.
You had one in one ear
I had one in one ear.
and one in the other.
No, dead ass. I had my ear, and then I put the headphones over. So I literally have a headphone inside
He's
this
trying to be
ear,
immersed.
and
Within his immersiveness.
and I'm just like, bro, this is fucking stupid. Like, am I really having my app on my phone for Discord, and I have the in-game so I could hear it? And then he's like, yeah, dude, it's kind of dumb. I've been doing that every time I had to play with you, and I just got kind of annoyed. I was like, that makes a lot of sense because I'm annoyed with this shit. I have a Bose headset inside this big-ass over-the-ear headphones, and I'm like talking to him, and I could hear the game.
I've tried that before I lost my
And it was
AirPods.
just so annoying.
Discord's a better chat and party system than PlayStation ever had.
Oh, absolutely.
Where
dude.
Xbox really had it ironed out. Like even the Xbox, you can do the party app through the PC. So this is kind of their answer to that. They're answering a lot of things. Also for the smaller streamers like us, where it's like I want to fucking play with Condizzly Wizzly, right? And I want to stream. That was the issue you'll always run into. So I even debated like, oh, let me buy like, mix
on
amps, mix amps so they can run their PC into it, and it's a whole thing.
Yeah, it really is.
This frees up so much space, and honestly, for crossplay,
It'll be the
this
best.
is a game changer, especially if Xbox ends up getting Discord on their shit too. because it's a game changer for crossplay.
You think Xbox is gonna make that move though?
Yeah.
Or you think this
Why
is like
wouldn't
a Sony like partnership?
No,
Sony's keeping them under their
Discord
wing?
will eventually come to Xbox.
And that's the crazy
Whatever, we got
part.
it first.
I mean, I don't know why Sony's always like behind it a little bit. I don't know if they always need that push, because I was reading an article. I don't know if it's in the news, but how Epic Games they're going into court to fight Apple about the whole like game share and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And because of the lawsuit, some files, got leaked, and not leaked, but essentially got released to the public a little bit. And there's emails from Epic talking to PlayStation like, hey, we want to do crossplay. And this was like back in 2018 before it was even a thing. And Epic literally was like on their knees a little bit, like saying, hey, like we'll do it on your terms. You tell us how you want to do it. We're ready for this. We want this to be, crossplay Fortnite. Like we want that to happen. And PlayStation was like, no, not right now. Like we don't want to do it just for one game and blah, blah, blah. Just kind of making excuses. But there's literally an email from Epic to PlayStation saying, hey, crossplay. We want you to be the first ones. You could do anything you want. We'll do it on your terms. You can announce it. You'll be the guys who say you thought of it. Like we'll do everything to say you guys created it, whatever. You just here, like let's make it happen. And PlayStation still was like, nah. Until they got enough backlash, and then that's when PlayStation was like, okay, sorry, let's do it. So it's crazy because PlayStation's always kind of behind, not a little bit behind, but they're always scared to share, if that's a weird way to say it. Like
they are scared to share.
They're scared to share. They're scared to like kind of get a piece of that pull. They want all of it their own. And granted, that's what they've always been in their model, even just like with their TVs and shit too, and like the products that they make. But it's just crazy to think like if PlayStation just turned the nod just a little bit sooner, they would have easily been like best console. Like Microsoft would be in the conversation. I feel.
No, I mean I don't think that has anything to do with like best console stuff. But
I mean,
it is more you don't have that
it-
consumer facing,
That's the thing.
consumer friendliness that Xbox has earned. But I don't think it has anything to do with it. But again, the company changes and adapts, and this is them changing and adapting.
Yeah, but they're just always like they're always behind. They're always a little late. That's what I just kind of don't like.
I
Granted,
get it.
they do it
I get
eventually.
their point though.
They do it, yeah.
Because if you're playing Apex and then you're playing on your PC or your Xbox and you buy a skin there,
Oh
and
no,
then you come over to the PlayStation
that
and
was
you
part
play
of the
with your
email.
skin. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
the part
So
of the email straight up said, "Hey, if you buy skins for the PlayStation, it's only on the PlayStation. You'd have to buy it again over there."
yeah, that's
PlayStation was like,
that's the thing.
and I was like, "Oh my god, these motherfuckers were ruthless. Like they're trying
Yeah,
to." Like,
I mean, and I
how it
get it
is.
because that is a big chunk of their business, or that could have been a big chunk of their business. But I think people who mainly play on one thing kind of stick to that one thing.
Yeah,
I feel like
exactly.
it's a
So
very
it's
slim
crazy.
number. But I do get their logic and reasoning.
they want the money, man. It's all about the money, Benjamins. But it's crazy. I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm excited for it though. I
needs
mean,
to happen.
what's supposed to happen? I think they said it's supposed to be coming out next year.
They
Early
haven't
next year?
confirmed it. Yeah, they just said something happening is gonna happen as early as next year. So
So I can't wait for that to happen because I think that once that happens, it'll make crossplay so much better for everywhere, all over the world. Like in general, it'll make crossplay so much easier and better.
yeah,
I
I
don't
hope
have
just
to have
for
a
a full scale
fucking-
integration. I don't really want the Discord app on the PlayStation. For one, I don't need more memory being taken up on my PlayStation. I'd rather just have it work. Like, why can't I just, cross the party or have a Discord PlayStation party? That'd be fire.
This is what that is.
Exactly. That's all I want. I don't want the app.
so
real
confused.
quick before we move on, I want to throw it to a listener question. Also, what's the fucking stupid Zelda game? How do you pronounce it?
You
Ocarina Pro. Subscribe with Amazon
Wow.
Prime. Appreciate you. Now, Copenhagen asked an interesting question. He says, "Do you think cream cheese would be more popular if it was called cheese cream?"
Would it be more popular? I mean, yes, just
I
for the
feel
fact
like-
that the word cheese is first.
I feel like it's like saying Cool Whip and then Cool Whip, like the Family Guy. Because I feel like after that makes you want to buy Cool Whip, right? Just so you can say it differently. And like, what is this? Oh, it's Cool Whip.
When's the last time you had Cool Whip?
Not for a minute.
I don't.
Yeah.
Wait,
But
so what-
Real
we're
big
getting
sales
away.
from that.
We're getting away from the point. Cream cheese or cheese cream? I think cream cheese has a ring to it.
Cream cheese sounds like ball cheese. You know
cream
what I mean?
cheese is
Cream
it's
cheese.
flavor.
Cheese
yeah.
cream
It
sounds dirty.
like it does sound dirty. So if you says cheese cream, I
That
feel like
does
I'm getting
sound
one of those
nasty.
like cheese in a stick, and you can just squish it out like a paste.
I'm not into it. Not into it. Cream cheese was the way to go.
Cheese.
Thank you.
But then again,
Philadelphia.
if you got a grilled cheese and then cheese steak,
If you put cream first, it's a little softer. Because
I'm
if you
trying
put
to
cheese
figure
first,
out-
it's a little rough. Like I'm thinking like grated cheese and then it's creamy. Like nah. But if the cream is first, then it makes the cheese be a little more
cheese
spontaneous.
cream sounds like an STD. Let's be honest.
cheese cream does sound weird. Why are you making a steak like this? It's crazy.
All
Just
right.
go back to how it worked. Okay, cream cheese. Next thing you know, we're gonna
Next
call
piece
it
of news.
some other shit.
So I got this Final Fantasy type game. All right, I had to bring it around for you guys.
Love this.
Called Lost Soul Aside, coming from a Chinese developer, and why is the Chinese not making more games? They came out with the Wukong game. We saw some gameplay about that.
The Wuhan game?
Wukong?
Oh, Jesus Christ. I heard that wrong. Fuck, dude.
Relax.
That's so wrong.
Please. Calm down. The Wukong with the monkey, right? He can transform. That was a Chinese developer.
Oh,
who
yeah,
made
the
that game
one
as
that we
well.
saw. Yeah.
Fire. I don't know when it's going to come out, but I mean, it looked great. Very early development, but it looked great. Now, this game called Lost Soul Aside, this was actually in a conference. I don't know if it was a state of play, but they had more gameplay about this game. This game was first talked about maybe like 4-6 years ago, and then it kind of like died out. But apparently the developer Ulta Zero expanded a little bit, and they were able to put this back in high gear. So can you just show some?
Let's see
gameplay
some
for us
Lost
right now?
Soul
Because it'll be easier to
Aside.
show you what it looks like.
Looks
So you
like
can get the Final Fantasy-esque right away, right? It's definitely Final Fantasy off the top of the nose. But it has the elements of some other like popular games that I wouldn't even say makes it unique, but definitely for me worth the play.
Yeah.
Not only because of the movement here, as he gets into his yes,
This is right up your alley, though, Flowers.
you know it.
This
You
is right
already
up your
fucking
alley.
know it. So here's where I was like, okay, Final Fantasy. This is probably Final Fantasy.
You
should have
probably
been.
got hyped already off that first move and the first attack. You probably got hyped already.
You know what this instantly reminded me of as I'm seeing him walk around like this?
what?
Devil May Cry.
I was gonna say Devil May Cry,
Right, especially right
mixed
here,
Final
right?
Fantasy.
You see him changing weapons. Like, I don't know what the fuck is going on right now. That little katana. Then he's doing all this flashy
Combos
shit.
are
And I'm like,
nice.
okay, is this Bayonetta?
It's like your anime game.
Jump Force.
Sort of reminds me.
It's working.
I,
This game looks fire.
I would love if this was just Chinese propaganda. They're just like, and they're just like Hong Kong should never be free. Like it's just a bunch of propaganda in there.
It just switches
That's
real quick.
that's why you don't see that many Chinese games.
That could be true. That could be
It's
true.
just all about how revolutions
Can
are
you
bad.
skip like 5 minutes in, Adrian? Because this is just gonna be like a little boss fight, right? This is kind of like the Devil May Cry boss fights when you just fight like one guy.
Yeah.
But here, could like skip to like 5-10 minutes. Yeah. So this is you flying through the actual like
Level and stuff.
level itself, level design, and I mean he's doing his own thing. It looks pretty
He's
linear.
a fucking skateboard. He's on a skateboard now. He's a skater. He's a skater
He's on
kid.
his blade. That's his sword.
So he's Asta.
I didn't even think about that. He's Asta. This is Asta in 10 years.
That's kind of cool.
A little slow.
Oh Jesus Christ!
Yeah, he's back on it. Can you skip up like another 5 minutes?
He got you.
I think there's some other, like 10. Yeah. Yes.
This is where we're gonna get into the boss fight again.
I don't know if it's a boss fight or there's some more hack and slash.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a boss fight. But you guys are getting to the game, right? You guys are seeing what I'm trying to get you to step in right now. This game looks super action packed. Definitely is gonna take some getting used to. I like the movement, as I've already said. The story, I don't know. I don't know if it's fire. It looks like there's a lot going on.
When does this come out? Does it have a release date?
It doesn't have a release date. Like I said, they've just brought this back. They just released this trailer, I think, early this week. Kind of like announcing, like, hey, we're still working on this game because they've heard no news from this game for about like 4 or 5 years. And then they came back out with this.
I think that's why, because they were busy making this shit. Jesus Christ.
Hey, you gotta put that work in sometime, let people know it's real.
Yeah, very.
Made on the Unreal Engine, so you know it's gonna look good and shiny. I'm excited. I don't know if you guys have anything to say on this.
No, I mean I completely forgot this game was ever a thing. I mean, it's like I said, this is why we play everything.
shit.
You know, you
Yeah,
give us
that
a
was
little
dope.
taste of something.
That's
I really
nice.
am not gonna play,
Yeah,
but it looks good.
looks good. I feel like these fights are gonna have you take advantage of a lot of like things you can do with your character.
Different elements. Looks like there's fire
Super
type
Devil May
now.
Cry-ish.
Yeah, very.
I hope it feels as good as it looks. That's my only gripe.
Probably won't.
Probably. You know how they always do with demos and shit. Like they always make it look like.
Was that a parry?
No. I mean, I'm always excited for new games, but this is gonna be all you. You're gonna be the expert on this one.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about this later.
I haven't tried. I mean, I tried to play Final Fantasy. I played like a good halfway through, and I was like, okay, I'm cool.
I don't know how you just can't stay so good.
I'm just not down with like I don't vibe with these games.
I guess. The music is always fire in games like this. I will say this. Like, I don't know what it is. Like Final Fantasy especially, like the soundtrack. keeps you like motivated to keep going. Like whether I'm getting my ass beat or not, it's like the music when you're just doing all this crazy shit, right?
Yeah.
You don't know what's happening, but the music is just like a vibe, and you're just like, okay, I remember I
Oh,
can do
shit.
this. This happens when I block, and I kind of time my blocks, and you actually try to
This
do like something
fucking-
specific.
It is
the-
interesting we don't
Game
see more
Awards.
Chinese
Who the
games
fuck is this guy?
from Chinese developers.
Some wild shit right here. Okay, I got intrigued now.
This is the fucking
Some
Yu-Gi-Oh!
Lucifer looking
Yu-Gi-Oh
ass
card.
fucking obelisk. The Tormentor looking ass.
All right, you can get this off the screen now.
I like the book. Okay, cool. Good shit. The volume was like
fuck is that?
100.
What happened?
Tomba Vlogs brings up an interesting point. He says, but I want to play games, not listen to music.
If he wants to play it, I mean,
What do you mean, Tombo? You played the hell out of Spider-Man, and first thing you were like, oh yeah, I really enjoyed it. It's really fun. I bet the music kept you in there. That's the reason why you were in those
I like
fights
how he
flying so
transitioned
hard.
into something that you didn't say.
he didn't say it all.
He said that.
And the fact, what if it's like Beat Saber? If he's playing Beat Saber, yeah, it's like the only game that goes with music. If he's playing Rock Band,
So you guys just play these games and don't listen to the music at all? Like the music has no impact on you guys when you guys
The
play
impact-
games?
We do. I was
I mean,
just
yeah.
bringing up something from the chat. You know what I mean? Try to keep fill the gaps.
See,
I mean, is that what you do, man? I guess. If you want to listen to fucking soundtracks.
But what I do want you guys to do,
If I tell you The Last of Us is a good soundtrack, will you play it?
the Last of Us soundtrack,
Yeah.
it's just probably ass.
No, it's actually really good.
It is good.
Gustavo
Of
something,
course
I
you
think.
fucking
Right?
vouch.
Who does it? Gustavo something.
Not your kind of music.
No, definitely not.
Anyways, this episode is brought to you guys by the Play Everything store. Get the hottest merch to represent your favorite internet knuckleheads. Yours truly. We got t-shirts, hoodies, mugs, stickers. We got it all, honestly. Probably some pins on there, probably. Who knows? Head over to teespring.com/stores/play everything. Use the code invite only so you can get some free shipping. Get this all done nice and easy.
Get that clean T-shirt like me. You
Yep.
can grab a mug, some stickers. It's all great stuff. You should go check it out. And again, use that code invite only at checkout. Get that free shipping.
Yep. Once again, head over to teespring.com/stores/play everything and get you some new merch. Get you some swag. You come into the summertime, all right, get you some t-shirts. Sun's out, buns out.
Link in the bio. Or
in the bio.
down below if you're on Twitch.
All right, check this out. You guys watch Invincible?
No.
No?
Quick on that one.
You never you guys didn't watch Invincible, no.
Does that seem like something I'd watch?
I mean, you watched The Boys. I actually thought you would watch it because it was part of Amazon Prime.
Were you really trying to have a Invincible discussion with us right now today on this podcast?
I was going to tell you guys that Invincible is getting 2 more seasons, all right?
Uh-huh.
The Invincible, the Amazon Studio series based off the Robert Kirkman comic.
Yep.
And I was really hoping you've seen it because you're my comic, you're my go-to
I
guy when I
am.
have questions.
Trust me, I got you, but not this one. This is not the one for me. Not that it's not the one for me. It's just that it's quite simple and easy.
It's
I don't.
quite simple.
I don't have Prime, so I can't even watch it.
Okay, we got to get you some Prime. We got Prime for you. Invincibles is an adult animation show with some pretty violent and really honestly like heartfelt slice of life scenes that really hit you in places you never know you'd hit, and it's really easy to relate to this show because of the characters they bring.
Yeah.
And they tell a good story around the main character, Mark. I'm not gonna try to spoil it because you guys haven't seen
You're
it.
about
but
to, bro.
I'm not.
How
It's
you-
obviously a
how you-
comic show, so it's obviously dealing with some superpowers and shit like that.
Yes.
So it's a hero show. Invincible is coming from the TV head Vernon Sanders of Amazon. Invincible is a crowning example of how fresh and edgy an approach to the superhero genre can resonate with audiences around the globe. And we're so glad that Invincible, one of our earliest investments in the adult animation genre, has accomplished just that. Look, guys, it's 8 episodes. All right. Each episode's about 30. I think the first episode's about an hour. But after that, each episode's about like 20, 30 minutes. Voice cast is phenomenal. They got some really good voice actors.
Yeah.
I'm talking, let me actually get up in here. We got J.K. Simmons.
Okay.
We
I
have.
know who that is.
You know who that is?
Yeah. Old guy. He was Peter Parker. He was the
Yeah, he's an old guy.
Daily
old white guy.
Bugle. Yeah.
Sandra Oh, which haven't seen much of her. The only thing I know she's in is Grey's Anatomy. She was the Asian woman in the first couple series or the first seasons. Fire voice actors. Walton Goggins, Marcella Ali, Seth Rogen.
Seth Rogen
Jillian Jacobs. Yeah, Seth Rogen. It's this fire. You guys have been asleep
I
under
just
a
hear him
rock.
laughing into the cartoon.
Mark Hamill, super fire. Main character is voiced by Steven Yeun, or is it Yoon?
Oh yeah, I know who that is too.
Really good show, guys. I can't even say enough about it. I'm not trying to spoil it. That's why I'm trying to, relax my nerves. I can't believe you guys haven't seen it.
The season's already over, right?
Yeah, so you guys can binge it. All right, if you haven't watched it, it's 8 episodes. You guys can binge it.
This is like an anime style, right?
It is animated, but it's not anime style at all. It's
just an animated
quite
show.
yeah. It's quite far from anime entirely. Like it's definitely like. Have you ever watched like the Batman animated series?
Yeah. No, I know like animation. I just thought this was like I saw you watching it. And it looked a little animated to me.
No, honestly, I think this has some of the best animations I've ever seen, and I've watched a lot of anime. But this this is definitely some of the best like animated cartoon like I've ever seen. Go check this out. Some CGI stuff, but fire.
I might check it out.
But
I watch it with you. This is fire. Let's get into the next piece of news. I don't know if you have anything more to say on Invincible. We probably don't.
I will watch it once somebody gives me their Prime.
Dude, I give you Prime.
We're gonna get you Prime, bro. You can't keep saying that. We're gonna get you Prime.
I need to get Prime.
Next piece
guys.
of news.
I don't have Prime.
The Last of Us movie fell apart because it was too action focused. I remember we were talking a lot about this at one point in time around like the Division movie got approved.
Yeah.
Last of Us, Uncharted these are all like game movies that were coming out and being made around the same time, and then like we hear about these things kind of falling apart. Let me read a little bit more about it. The movie adaptation of Last of Us fell apart because there was too much focus on big action set pieces that did not suit the story, according to Neil Druckmann. Father Druckmann himself said this isn't it. Druckmann did not point figures as to who in the studio system provided those notes, but he said that the approach was responsible for the film's downfall. It didn't work, Druckmann says, for The Last of Us, and I think that's ultimately why the movie wasn't made, he said. As a video game, The Last of Us has plenty of combat due to the way its gameplay structure works, but the story aspects of the game, what is essential for us, or what is essentially the base for any film or TV adaptation, is more subdued than a Hollywood blockbuster. Thankfully, Druckmann says moving to a television series has helped capture the team's original intentions for the game. Our approach for The Last of Us is another quote from Druckmann. Sorry. Our approach for The Last of Us was let's make it an indie film. Let's approach it in an indie film team. That way, it's shot the way how small and intimate it feels. And with the show, we get to lean into that even more because we don't have to have as many action sequences as we do in the game. So no movie, but he rebounded it to a TV show, which is still good, right? That means you might get multiple seasons.
Easy.
You might see this outline for Last of Us 3, possibly get played out. He might time it well with the new game and get a new season. That, there's a lot of potential with this. And I'm glad he didn't just scrap it and throw it away. Instead, try to redeem it and make it something for us to enjoy.
I think legitimately, well, one, I'm glad that the movie didn't get made if that's the case.
Easy.
And I'm glad that I think Last of Us is going to fit really fucking well into a TV show.
Okay, before you go any further, I didn't want to cut you off, but I had to cut you off because he says that Last of Us is not something that requires a lot of action. I never played Last of Us, but I feel like that's some of the most, like, for me, like, just if I'm watching that gameplay, I feel like what gets me, like, energized and ready to play Last of Us is, like, watching, like, the sneaking scenes or, like, knowing that, like, they can't do this and they have to, like,
that's not what he's saying.
duck and crunch underneath. I mean, that's not what he's saying.
He's saying they were trying to make it an action thing, where Last of Us is inherently not an action thing. There's action, there's gameplay. Like, that's obviously, as a game, the great gameplay and the blood and the gore and the guts and the guns, right? That's kind of, sells on, like, the gameplay aspect of it. But what happens so many times with adaptations to movies is they focus on the action, the explosions, the zombies, this, where it's like he just wants to tell the story, right? Whereas I don't think that's going to be absent from the show. There's definitely going to be that, right? Because that's part of the world that they live in. But when Hollywood tries to sell it to make it, the Fast and Furious, apocalypse, right? That's where he was out. And I respect that because he could have just taken the easy check, but he wants to make sure it's done right. Yep. And I feel like The Last of Us, when it comes out, is going to hit mainstream appeal in a way that, like, we haven't seen like since like Game of Thrones.
Since The Walking Dead. I mean,
Like
That's what
or
Bible
The
gave
Walking Dead, right? Where I do think that my sister-in-law who knows nothing about video games and watches, plays nothing, is gonna see Last of Us on HBO and see the trailers and check it out, and I think she's gonna be like, oh, this is actually like a really good fucking show.
Yeah.
I really do think and expect The Last of Us to kind of make that splash, especially on a platform like HBO.
Yeah, 100%. Because I mean, here's the thing: The Last of Us is never. I mean, granted, it's set in a post-apocalyptic world, but it's never really been about that. That's just like a secondary character, that environment, that world. It's always been about the characters within them: Joel, Ellie, their story between them. That's the main story, and that's what gravitated a lot more people to the video game, and that's what hit home a lot more. Is that you forget sometimes that they're in this post-apocalyptic world, and having this into a TV show is definitely going to help out rather than just explosions like, oh, we got to escape, blow the factory up, and let's leave. Like, no, and it's going to be a lot more grounded, and it's going to benefit because of that. Because again, the quickest comparison I can think of is The Walking Dead. Do you remember when The Walking Dead? Because when that show came out, that was a phenomenon. Like, granted, when that first season and second season, like, it was the show to watch. Like, it was a Game of Thrones before Game of Thrones. Like, The Walking Dead was holy shit. Was like you need to watch. But it got lost in the sauce a little bit. It got lost too much in the zombie world, and it kind of let loose of the characters, and a lot of people just kind of fell apart. Like, granted, now people were like, the fucking show's still going on? Like, what happened? Like, it died down horribly bad. Like, but granted, there's still enough of a following, but The Walking Dead just kind of just fell through. I'm hoping with The Last of Us, because they're going to be grounded more with the characters and develop it within them, that it's going to last and it's going to be fresh and new and people could gravitate towards it. That's what I'm banking on.
With Neil Druckmann at the head, I don't see it veering, because if Neil Druckmann's done with the story, HBO can try to throw as much money at him as possible. He's done with the story.
Yeah.
Like, and the best thing about it being on HBO, right, is it's not like a Game of Thrones where they're like, we need another season, right? Yeah. PlayStation's involved. So if PlayStation goes, no, we're done, like, this is where we're ending it, then that's where it ends. So like, they do have a bit more control over it.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I'm pretty sure they have a storyboard of how far they want to go with the seasons. Because, I mean, if you play The Last of Us, the first one, right, like, they could easily do, like, the Last of Us, right? They split up the game into seasons. You have winter, fall, spring, whatever, summer. Granted, you can make that into season 1. Season 1's winter, season 2 fall, season 3 summer. Like, you could have that.
Then they get into The Last of Us 2, though, man.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh man,
right?
that could be like an 8-season show. Really,
they could easily make this show run.
But what genre would this movie be? Like, obviously, it's not going to be an action, right? It's not action at all.
If I had to place it in the category, it would be the newer type, A Quiet Place type.
Apocalyptic.
It's post-apocalyptic world.
Apocalyptic horror?
Army of the Dead type shit, but it's a lot more grounded. Like I said, think about like the Zack Snyder movie that's going to be out on Netflix. I forget what it was
called.
It
would probably be drama, right?
For sure.
It would probably be drama.
I never played the game, so like from the outside looking, like I said, I'm looking for the action scenes, but that's not the focus. So I'm like, dude, is this going to be a horror game? Like, am I expecting jump scares? Am I going to be in mystery? Am I going to be in, the drama? What could this be from someone who doesn't like your sister or your aunt who's just sitting this on HBO? Like, is she gonna hop into this because it's a horror? Or,
I'm interested. I'm so fucking fascinated to see how this pans out.
I'm so excited, dude.
Like, it could be a big disappointment, but at the same time, like, I'm just excited to see how this fucking plans out, and like to see my sister-in-law talk about Last of Us. Like, the same thing with Game of Thrones. You'd never imagine those fucking books would become like this fucking big thing that my sister-in-law is talking about. Like, that's what excites me about it. I'm very excited to see how that turns out. Real quick, we got 2 legends in the chat today. We got fucking James Hayes and DevilTube just gifting subs out there left and right.
Goated.
DevilTube gifting 3, James Hayes gifting 2. We appreciate you.
You guys are real ones,
and
bro.
you too can join the fun over at twitch.tv/PE Productions. We'll call our top gifted sub gifters on Twitch.
You're
Chat legends.
Chat legends.
I
like
that.
that.
Tombo Vlogs for the name. You know
Chat legends.
I like that.
Keyboard warriors, no, that's different.
No, that's weird. We don't want those.
But I would go back to The Last of Us. I'm just like, super excited. I mean, I'm glad it's not a movie. It's not a movie. It's not meant for a movie. It's definitely meant for seasons and show and kind of grounded the characters. And I'm excited.
I
Uncharted
like the
meant
idea
for
of having
movie.
it as a show.
Uncharted meant for movie, 100%.
I also want to know, how do you guys like us talking about like episodes and shows, like, you know, weekly, how we did? You know what I mean? We might do it anyway, but I want to know how you guys feel about it, because, you know, I want you guys to be more involved in what we do. And if you, I don't want to spoil it if you guys aren't, you know, with it, but I also want to talk about it. So,
I will say, when The Last of Us comes out, we're doing that.
well, you heard it here first.
Like, we're doing a weekly
Regardless.
thing. Regardless. But let us know.
Let us know. Drop a comment down below.
Outside that.
And let us know how you feel about that. Next piece of news, though. With that being said, about, you know, obviously the shows we talk about, right? We last thing we watched and we talked about was Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Just seen that finale. We talked about what we're looking forward to in the next Marvel movies, right? Captain America 2. What is WandaVision spinning off to? Maybe another
Into the
multiverse movie, right? That's coming later. So
madness.
now the question is, after we've gotten Captain America, or after we've gotten Falcon and Winter Soldier, what are we going to be looking forward to next?
What is next?
We know that Black Panther 2 has already been called Black Panther Wakanda Forever. I think
Dope
they
title.
just titled that maybe yesterday or the day before yesterday.
Yeah.
So Black Panther 2, no more, Wakanda Forever. And then Captain Marvel 2, you know, what's the Monica Rambeau? Is that her name? Is that the character in WandaVision? She's getting her Marvel movie, which is not Captain Marvel 2, but The Marvels.
So there's no Captain Marvel 2?
There's no Captain Marvel 2. It's officially known as The Marvels.
Fuck,
The
man.
Marvels.
The Marvels,
That's
yes.
That's dope.
that's I wonder how Brie Larson thinks about that.
She gonna trip. She better not trip.
I don't know. Follow her Twitter.
I'm pretty sure when she signs the contract to like have the multi-movie, they're gonna like give an idea like, hey, this is where the story's going. They don't just kind of change
Yeah,
it.
but like you're kind of shifting. I don't know. Yeah, I'm okay.
She's shifting up, though.
That's interesting. That's just interesting behind the scenes politics that I'd be interested to see why
how it happened.
they
what
decided to go like that.
But
true.
so coming up here, we got another TV show coming up next, guys. All right. So in June 2021, we getting the Loki TV show.
Low-key excited.
All right, we have
That's a
Loki's
pun.
the main. You know about this show probably more than about anyone else, right? You know what's going to be the main? I guess
yeah,
the plot
I
behind
mean,
that.
Adrian knows. Adrian, you're my comic geek nerd reference for her comic issue number 34.
What's up?
What is Loki TV show going to be mainly about? Obviously Loki himself, but is this his world?
It's not his world. It's
He's
literally gonna,
he just gets caught because you know in Endgame he takes the tesseract and he dips. Pretty much.
Oh, he did.
he does take the tesseract.
So he gets caught by I don't know what they're called.
Time variance agency or something.
Yeah, the time which is pretty much
some shit like that.
They just control. They like to keep tabs on everything that happens within space time. So it's pretty much just.
So just what happens after he cuts.
Yeah, and
Ooh,
like
that'd
kind
be
of shows
dope.
what he's doing. And I think he teams up with them to fix some of the shit that he did wrong. But it's Loki, so you never know what's gonna happen.
That's interesting. I wonder how many episodes we're gonna get out of that.
I don't know.
You know, TV
think-
continued.
We'll find out. But that's the
Yes.
cool thing about this one is that it's very standalone. But Loki is such a great character. It's a villain that you grew to love, and so I'm glad that even though he died in Infinity or
I don't know if I'll
Infinity
say I
War,
love
Infinity
Loki.
War.
he died in Infinity War, but I'm still glad that his story was gets to continue because with this alternate timeline, guess what? We could still have more Lokis or something like that. He could kind of, if they grant him access to go back into maybe he show up in what's Thor's movie? It's called Thor: Love and Thunder. Like he might show up.
It's gonna be so fun to speculate what happens and what
There's,
this happens and what this means. And
Yeah, I don't know. I'm excited. I mean, it's just cool. I mean, something new, something different. It's another kind of gamble. I don't even say a gamble because it's a big slam dunk.
Who rolling the dice?
There's a few parts. I know in the trailer they showed like in different aspects of the show. Like one part of the show is gonna be what happened if Iron Man never saved New York in the original Avengers and that nuke actually hit him. So you can see in the trailer he's just standing in a destroyed New York. There's another one. I think if the Avengers lost in Infinity War, it shows like different little timelines. 'Cause
Yeah.
you can
Wait,
travel throughout.
What's this for?
We're talking about Loki.
Loki.
Oh.
Yeah.
So the idea is because obviously
That's
Loki has a
fucking
tesseract.
dope.
Yeah, he has a tesseract, so he essentially creates alternate timelines.
Yeah, and it's him just messing around
And,
within
and then
time.
the agency's like, "What are you doing, motherfucker?"
Did they just turn the What If series into fucking Loki? Remember
Kinda.
That's still coming.
I'm
Kind
gonna
of.
say kind
It's
of.
more about like stuff that's actually happened. So like,
Yeah.
have you guys heard of DB Cooper, the guy that stole plane with millions of dollars? It's like it's a conspiracy theory. There's a play on that in the show. If you look it up.
DB Cooper.
Can we just acknowledge that we're getting 4 to 5 Marvel movies a year?
Well, that's what
Shows
happens
and
because of
movies,
COVID, bro.
it's-
I mean, look,
Yep.
you got Black Widow July.
Yeah,
you
we're
got-
supposed to get Black Widow in May. And then they pushed it back with the releases of their opening movie.
We're
theaters
supposed to
now,
get
so-
Black Widow last year, no?
Yeah, easily.
but,
November.
COVID.
I think.
So
But look, you get Black Widow, then you get
Black Widow
Shang-Chi.
July 7th.
Literally, what? July 7.
And then
2
we get
months
the What
later.
If series.
2 months
in
later, you get
summer
that.
2021. They haven't given us the official date. The Shang-Chi.
Bro, you get Eternals November, and then a month later, you get Spider-Man.
And then 3 months later.
And then
Thor.
Which
Jesus
Doctor Strange
fuck.
is the new Iron Man, like in terms of like the hype. Like that's gonna be like
That's gonna be
fucking.
good.
Like,
That's what I'm most excited
Yeah,
for. The
dude,
Doctor Strange movie.
that's gonna. The Doctor Strange has become like that, like key, like
He's
Keystone.
become one of my
Yeah,
favorite
Keystone
Marvel
character.
characters. I'm not gonna lie. He's become
Yeah,
one of my favorite
straight
Marvel
up.
characters.
So
I
here's
agree.
the crazy part. I mean, obviously they announced this. There's a trailer going on on YouTube with the Marvel thing, which is great. They tease all this stuff. They announced all the new stuff. They announced Doctor Strange, Thor, Black Panther, Wakanda Forever, the Marvels, Ant-Man, all the way until 2023. 2 years from now, they announced shit. And even they announced Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, which comes out 2023, and I think in May. So
Yep.
all that so far in time. But the biggest thing that they announced for sure is that they teased the logo for Fantastic Four. And that's everything right there. Still under wraps. Still, nobody knows anything. But we know we're going to get the Fantastic Four, which is so fucking exciting because that opens
the
the
cast is
realm
gonna be
for
there?
Doctor Doom, which is like one of the best villains ever in the MCU, in the Marvel
What
universe.
is he about to say?
Dennis Reynolds as Marvel,
Dennis Reynolds.
Mr. Fantastic.
That'll
Dennis?
be great. Holy shit.
Yeah, dude.
I didn't think about that.
Yeah, dude. I think it's gonna happen. What if we just got the Sunny cast as the Fantastic Four? No, dude. I think he would make
I don't know how,
perfect
but he's
Mr.
too-
Fantastic.
He's too comic-y though. I mean, I don't know.
No, that's perfect, dude.
Yeah.
Dude, tell me that is not perfect casting.
He's definitely.
I
Like
don't actually know the
underdog
actor's
casting for it.
real name.
So if you guys don't know who that guy is, the guy from Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Never
He was
seen
also a show called The Substitute Teacher. He was in all those kind of things too. So he's a good actor. I mean, definitely there. But
Yeah, we get a
Why
lot
are
of
we talking
shows
about Toxicas
this
in the
year.
chat. Hold on, I'm thinking. I just got James Hayes, and I'm talking about talking about Toxicas. Le gusta los Toxicas. That's what I'm hearing.
This
James
year
Hayes.
we're getting like Eternals is gonna be a movie, right? Eternals, Black Widow, and Spider-Man. Those 3 movies we're gonna get this year. Everything else I've said was a show. What If, Shang-Chi, the Hawkeye series we're getting late 2021. Miss
cares?
Marvel, we're supposed to be getting late 2021. Doctor Strange, Thor movie, Love and Thunder, Black Panther, Wakanda Forever, the Marvels. That's all 2022. And then the Ant-Man movie, which I think was just announced
Today.
today.
Into the Quantumania.
Quantumania movies coming out
Fuck yeah.
2023 February, and then Guardian of the Galaxy is the last movie that's been announced.
And that's Phase 4. So
they're gonna end it with Guardian of the Galaxy.
they might end it with Guardians of the Galaxy somehow intertwined with Fantastic Four, maybe. Then and Fantastic Four is going to be the new like group movie because apparently James Gunn said he's done with Guardians after this one. He said he's like finito, whatever. So I don't know if just director wise he's done with it, or they're gonna pass the mantle to like a new group of like a superhero group, which is gonna be Fantastic Four. If that makes
I wonder if
any
they
sense.
integrate. Is Deadpool Marvel? Deadpool's Marvel, right?
Yep.
I'm not stupid. Yeah. So,
Yeah, but I don't know if he's canon. Is he canon officially?
Yeah, remember?
Oh,
he's
yeah, he
gonna
is
be
canon.
the only R-rated Marvel movie.
Yeah,
they
he's
make.
canon now.
Yeah. So I wonder if they integrate him.
You just killing
into-
motherfuckers.
You know what I mean? Marvel, because if I recall, a Bluebird told me that he was an Avenger at one point in time, right? In the comics,
Who?
he was there. He pulled up Deadpool.
Yeah.
He pulled up.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's
been
been
a
all
lot
over.
of-
Just like
yeah.
all the I feel like all the Marvel like superheroes were Avenger at one point. or
There's a
another.
lot of Avengers teams too.
yeah. So I wonder if we're ever gonna see Deadpool pull up in an Avengers. Maybe not Phase 4, maybe Phase 5. We get Deadpool pulling up. Who knows?
We'll see what happens. I'm
Fucking
excited.
crazy, dude. I love Ant-Man movies.
Ant-Man
Ant-Man
movies
movies
are
are seriously the most slept on Marvel movies.
That's good. They're good movies.
They're
Peyton
very
Reed's a
fun
good
and
director.
enjoyable, but not as good as Doctor Strange.
Oh no,
But fun.
I would say that.
No, but I would say a close second.
Oh god.
I fucking love Ant-Man, dude.
I think DevilTube was saying that he wishes Star Wars was on the same level as far as like releases and stuff like that, but Star Wars is just too different. They're trying to do it in like the TV world with Mandalorian,
Which I think
Ashoka. She's doing her own show. The
that's
Bad
where-
Batch. The Bad Batch comes out May 4th. May the 4th be with you, motherfuckers.
Surprisingly, Star Wars thrives as a TV show.
May the 4th be with you.
I feel like Star Wars fits best as a TV show.
I think
As a
so,
new
too.
Star Wars fan, I feel like
As a news story.
I feel like what I long for in the Star Wars series is Jedis, and I feel like the lack of that is really it's hurting me as a Star Wars fan. And I appreciate them, giving us the Obi-Wan series, and they're trying to give us some more history.
Amazing, bro.
And I feel like more or less they know, like the Jedis is where it's at. And I'm like, I'm not trying to see, and I haven't seen the show yet, but like I don't give a fuck about the Bad Batch and these clones. Like I'm tired of seeing guns and Starbond blasters. Like, where are the Jedis
They're
with
dead.
the Force and the lightning and the lightsaber?
You have the same
That's what
mindset
I
as
need.
like 6-year-old Mikey.
Whatever.
They're dead.
Whatever.
You would
I
love.
love episode 2 because all the Jedis in
The
one
Attack of the
place.
Clones. Exactly. Attack of the Clones must be your favorite one.
That was because I was a dumb kid. And here we are,
All of a
flowers.
sudden,
I
you
need
see-
the Jedis.
No, 3's my favorite.
It's like, no, man, the universe,
three.
the fucking
Wow.
story that
That
you can
fight.
tell, the universe.
Revenge of the Sith is probably one of my. It's like number 2 on my list.
But before we get out of here, we got a young play of the week. We got a show.
No, we can skip this.
I actually
Thumbo,
meant to
is
do
it part
this.
of
We're
Thumbo's
gonna actually
clips?
start doing play of the week in the beginning before we do it in the end, because I want to get these, because I want to have all the energy when we watch these play of the weeks. Go ahead, can we show this clip? You got this?
He's waiting. Adrian's picking the clip, so we don't know which one we're getting. Tombo sent 3 of them,
Thumbo.
so we're playing
This
one.
is, I mean, part of the clip. I gotta, defend myself because Thumbo put me in there.
I don't think Adrian knows how to use a computer.
I was just trying to decide which one.
on,
Thumbo
man.
essentially
We're
called
gonna
me
play 'em
out.
all. It doesn't matter.
By the way, you can send your play of the week into twitter.com PE_productions on Twitter, or email us at playeverythingpodcasts@gmail.com. Tombo Vlogs, keeping it alive, because without him, this fucking segment would be dead.
All
Thank
right,
you,
so
Thumbo, you want to cue it up in the chat?
first thing
Bump
I
that
see right
volume
now
for me.
is Tombo, and I see we have Andres here. Okay, this is Tombo's screen we're watching
Tombo.
right now. Working.
Here, he can't finish a 1v1. He's over here getting mad at me.
Tombo over here working.
Look at the audio. The audio is hilarious.
I know that feeling.
Andres, where the fuck are you at? And then I didn't know this
You bump
part.
the volume.
According to Tombo,
I killed
Andres
the guy.
is
I
another
killed him.
potato like Cheeks, but with slightly more game awareness. That's it.
Is that his accurate quote? Is that verbatim what he said?
That was Tombo's overall
Take his
opinion
ankles.
of
Look.
You know, I'm trying
Andres.
to take his ankles and shit. I'm moving around, and then I don't hear no shots from you, and then I fucking die. So
Where you at?
So why you hit your? Because you're 2v1, bro. 2v1.
That's how I know he's
You
tricky.
seen me kill other teammates. You seen
Tombo
me
gets
shoot
so
them.
hot.
Why don't you push him or try to kill
We
him?
had some solid games with Thumbo, and then this is the worst part. So
Potato.
I'm over here, I got spawned.
I think I'm dead.
I'm trying to put the shoot didn't deploy.
Oh, you're dead.
The shoot didn't deploy.
My shoe didn't deploy.
Imagine,
And fuck
imagine how
the
hard you
Andres,
worked,
what
and
the
this is how-
fuck?
The shoot didn't deploy. All right. Look, I'm over here. I want to land on it. I'm over here. I jumped. I'm tapping it,
think I'm dead.
and I was like, "Oh, fuck!"
After that.
I think
Oh,
I'm
you're
dead. Oh, never mind. You're
The
dead.
fact that my shoe didn't deploy, bro.
I'm fucking
Are you
hot.
serious?
No,
The fact that
Andres.
my
I could have been
shoe-
like
I'm
Tim
dead.
Tam and be like,
You
"I got
guys are
sniped,"
dead.
but no, my shoot didn't deploy.
You know, I would
and
never
was
expect.
pissed.
I would never expect this from you. You've had some good play of the week, Andres. Like you've had some
Trust
quality.
me, bro.
You
I
had
got
some snipes.
I got some snipes.
Dude, that snipe that he had with the fucking helicopter, I'll
Yeah,
always
and then-
remember
and
that.
then you do
And then
this.
he fucking falls off like a fucking potato off the side of the building.
That was a pretty bad one, dog. So, I mean, I got clips. Next time we play Thumbo, I don't know when we're gonna
I
play.
got
J
clips.
Kills. We're gonna play with J Kills again because
Stokey D says he
look
saw
at
that
the footage.
live.
Stokes said he saw that live.
no, you didn't.
Caught in
Stokey D.
4K.
That shit's wild.
Oh man. Well, if like
Show
I
the
said,
three-piece.
you want to get your play of the
Show the
weekend,
three-piece.
send it in, you fucks, you cowards. What's
Oh.
this?
Send that play the weekend. Now this,
This is
is
from
a play
Alexander
week for one of
Dice.
my favorite people that watch our fucking show. Alexander Dice sent this play the weekend a little while ago.
He
And
sent it in
I don't know why we
February.
didn't show it. It just
The backlog. We're the backlog.
We're mad.
Hey, he's a team player. He's already reviving. He's doing most
Out of the gate with
more
the
than what people do
revives.
already.
let's go. This is Uncharted, I believe.
Yeah, dude, I haven't played
Uncharted
Uncharted multiplayer in a
I'm
minute.
surprised he's playing this, to be honest.
Okay,
But
it's
it's
a fun game. To the pistol.
I'm surprised there were still people who
Back
play.
lock on him. Sit down.
Oh,
What are you doing?
oh!
Look at that. On the verge of
it's
death.
again.
What is death?
You hit him with 2 hits. And you shot him in the ass. You disrespect.
Out of ammo.
Oh no, you didn't go down. I thought he went down.
Bro.
What the hell was that?
You guys just ignore the fact that he just clapped somebody's cheeks, like literally.
Hey,
All right, I'm for it.
2
Something
headshots.
different. That's what I'm saying. Send in your stuff. It doesn't have to be Call of Duty.
Alex
It could
be
be.
with the shits when
It
he
could
be
be
sending his clips
fucking
in.
Last of Us 1 gameplay. I don't fucking know. Just send them in.
you know what I mean? Anything. I'm gonna try to send some clips in too because it's my show. But you got any side topics, guys? I almost skipped over side topics.
We're gonna do the rage. There's one more. I want to hear Tombo raging, so we're gonna do
the
one.
clip from Tombo? Let's hear it.
Tombo, bro, he streams, bro. That's what happens when you
Why not?
stream. You
It's
get
the end of
clips.
the show.
No, it was the same team.
Oh, this is when he comes out the goosh. Hit him with the 360.
They probably wanted to do like
He's hyped. I didn't
Dude,
know Tombo
Tombo-
gets this hype,
Tombo
bro.
stays
I
yelling.
love this. I didn't know Tombo gets like this, and I love it. Look,
something there.
I was like, Tombo, you didn't see him? I was just laughing here.
See me rolling. Oh shit. Look at the.
Oh.
The fuck is this?
Da-na-na-na.
Press clear. The fuck is that?
I don't know.
Wonderful.
Anyways, that's a great way to end the show.
Can we hit play?
Next week. What
okay.
the fuck happened? Great.
Well,
Some more
the
shit for
clip
me to
was
look
too-
into.
The clip is
The
gone.
clip was too good to show, so we're gonna fix it and show it to you guys next week.
Next
Sorry,
week
Tombo.
we'll have it.
If
this
we
will
only
happen
had a
with your
producer.
clips. It's not gonna happen with your clips. Just send your clips in. This was a special made clip.
The worst part of Tombo took his time to make this clip, and it's
We'll play it. We'll play it.
We will play it.
Trust me. You think these fucks are all of a sudden gonna start sending in play of the weeks?
Oh yeah, we got you.
I bet you not.
But you could send them right over to the Twitter at PE_productions or email it to us. Or is it Play Everything Podcast?
Play Everything Podcast.
at gmail.com. But that's it for the show today, guys.
Yes.
Compa, you got anything you want to plug?
Go ahead and follow me on Twitter, Compa Andres. I do all the stupid things there. We talk about games, talk about Game Changers, which is the fucking amazing show that Mikey still hasn't watched.
Game Changers.
Game Changers,
No, I
Mighty
have.
Ducks.
Really fucking good.
Right? Did you catch up?
Really fucking good.
Oh,
dude.
it's fucking
I'm into
amazing.
it. Coach Bombay.
Coach Bombay. Sorry. Nostalgia. But it's a great show. But other than that, follow me on Twitter, bro. I'll be tweeting dumb shit. So
All right, for sure. Cheeks, you got anything you want to plug?
You can follow me at Cheeks_Junior on Twitter. Honestly, to be honest, not really on it. I'll promote my shit on there. I have a better mindset and I'm healthier and happier by staying off Twitter. Because you guys are not you guys in particular, but fucking everybody's fucking mad about everything. So I really want to try to figure out this Discord thing and try to get a Discord group going where I could fucking post and have my fucking shit posts and my we can all just talk to each other. So let me know if that's something you're interested in. Maybe make it subs only, possibly subs only Discord. Get you guys all in there, and then I can speak freely. You know what I mean? We can all speak freely without fucking everybody nitpicking every little thing. Not that anything's happened to me, but I just, man, really unhappy every time I fucking log on to
Things
Twitter.
you can't say on Twitter, right?
Yeah, well, no, it's just not even that I can't say. It's just I don't want to be on that platform. Like I will
respect
promote
that.
things on
Okay.
it, but I would rather just be able to talk to fucking Alexander Dayu and DevilTube and James Hayes directly, and we can have fucking conversations and laugh and fucking whatnot. So I don't know. Let me know if there's interest in that. Tweet at me at Cheeks_Junior. I'll still look at it.
Bing bang.
what about you, Cheek? Or Flowers?
Not me yet. I want to know if our producer, Adrian, you got anything you want to plug?
No plugs today.
You suck. Let that
Let
pregnant
that
pause
sink
be
in.
there.
Boo. Well, you know who does? You can follow Tombo Vlogs at Tombo Vlogs
Yep.
on Twitter. You can follow him at twitch.tv/Tombo Vlogs. Go check him out. He's our secondary producer here. Appreciate you, Tombo. And he comes with the hot play of the week, keeping it
Hot
alive
clips.
for you all.
Fuego.
All right, guys. I am Sean, aka That Kid Flowers. You guys can follow me at That Kid Flowers. Honestly, just type it in wherever you want to type it in. Twitter, Insta, whatever. Right. Same thing. I need to get more active on Twitter too. I used to be I'm kind of in and out. You know what I mean? Sometimes I'm active, sometimes I'm not. But I need to be consistent with it. So I'm working on that. But in the meantime, you can just hit that follow button, and then you can see when I'm working on it. Thank you guys for watching.
Buy our
See you
merch.
guys next week. Buy our merch.
Compra el mercado.